Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. In this journey of life, there are two paths. If you reflect, there's an inner path and an outer path when it comes to attention. The outer path is to weigh up the senses. And the mind drawn to the sensory world. That's the outer path, the path of pleasure, being territorial, survival consciousness, mating consciousness. That's the outer path. The inner path is to deeper awareness of self. Who am I? To an uncovering of the deeper consciousness. To removing the darkness of ignorance as we travel on the journey of consciousness, evolution, or expansion. That's the inner path. Look at the world around you. Which path is everybody following? And which is the road less traveled? And which do you want to travel on? And do you want to keep one foot here and one foot here? Where's your path? Are you a seeker or are you a pleasure-driven being? What are you? A power-driven being? What are you? This conversation starts here. On the journey of two paths, which path are you on? And you shouldn't be forced to go on a path because it's not going to be joyous and you will fall away from it. You must be self-driven on your path. And don't expect that anybody could walk that path for you. That's a personal journey. Life is a personal journey. Of course, you may have other people around you, fellow pursuers of pleasure and power, or fellow seekers of freedom and wisdom. Of course, you'll have people around you, but the journey is highly individual. What drove me to seek the inner path? Simply an awakening of the consciousness. When I saw what the pleasure path has, and the power path has, and the path of the mind and the senses has, I didn't want to venture there. It's like taking my dog up steps, and if there is any hole in the step, this dog is not going to go up there. I can only take this dog along solid steps. The dog just became awakened to the space in the steps, and it didn't want to go there anymore. However, I tried. So when we become awakened to what happens in the sensory world, if you're a true seeker, who will say, no, that's not where I want to go. When you are drawn by the pleasure world, when you are drawn by the power world, the survival world, You're denying yourself the path to true freedom and happiness. But of course, it's your choice. We are given that choice. It's your choice. It's our choice. So nobody can force you. Even the universe is not going to force you, because the universe creates these choices as a play. So nobody's going to force you. If you go down this path and you really want to go, the universe will allow you to go. But the universe is so perfect. Purnamada. Purnamidam. It is so perfect that it created what we call the law of karma. That whichever path you walk on, you're going to be led to freedom in any event. If you choose a path of pleasure and power, you're going to have to come back. And if you choose a path to freedom and joy, then you're saving yourself misery. But you have to be awakened to that. So awakening is so, so important. And then awakening is on different levels. Because as you begin to venture inward, if you're a serious seeker trying to understand yourself, it's not just going to happen. The inner world has many steps. It's a journey of steps. But it's an exciting journey, and it can be sometimes a treacherous journey for some of us. Because when we are pulled on this side and we're trying to go this side, it can be quite treacherous, painful. And that's why we need good company, we need good guidance. For support. So awakening is necessary. How awakened are you? And I always tell seekers, it doesn't matter how many times you go back to the nonsense, what I call nonsense, and you fall, and life becomes miserable. No. You can come back. The universe is ever forgiving. You can come back. You just turn the searchlight to the inner space, and grace will just hold you. The story of the prodigal son. Grace is ever there. All you need to do is to turn your eyes towards it. That's all you need to do. So it becomes a very exciting world. So what do I do? Because I've made the journey. And it's a journey of several steps. And now that I sit in this space that I sit in, I have a lot of love for the seekers, and even for those who are not seeking. Just like what the Christ said, they know not what they do. That ignorance arouses a lot of compassion in my heart for those who walk that road. A lot of compassion. So what do? I create a field. I create a field. The ashram that we have here is a field. I create a field, and I keep charging that field. And what we have here now is a virtual field. All those of you who are joining me from across the world, we have a virtual field. So I work with you in co-creating a field, and the more light that you channel, the stronger the field. So the field is strengthened by all of us working together. So I create a field together with you. And in that field, there's the possibility of awakening. So when we meditate in this field together, there is a high possibility of deeper awakenings. And in the awakening process, I've spoken to you about that. First, you become aware that there's a greater power within you. You don't know it, but you become aware there's a greater power within you. And you begin to show respect. You begin to give more attention. And then at some point, you begin to feel that as you work with this power, it's becoming more familiar, and you can carry this power. You can become aware of it wherever you are. And then you begin to love that companionship between you and this power. Of course, it's Kundalini Shakti. And then you begin to realize that you're part of this power, like a spark of a fire. Then you begin to feel, oh my God, I can feel a oneness with this power. And then at some point, when freedom happens, real freedom, there's only that power. You disappear. You exist, but you're of no importance. You're simply an instrument of that power. You have no value without that power. That is the journey. And that journey only happens when you decide that you want to make this journey, that you want to go deeper, that you want to travel the many steps in the journey. It's you who have to decide, so you are the choice maker in the journey. So as you seek, know that the finding depends on you, on your readiness, on your receptivity, on your desire for the journey. So that much I'm going to say to you today. It is you who decide everything. It is you who are delaying in the journey, or it's you who are progressing in the journey. It's all about you, not anyone else. There is no personal God out there. We are the gods. There's nobody with a punishing stick. No. We punish ourselves because we are in oneness with the universe. So are you ready to take responsibility if you're not doing it? But to the extent to which you awaken. So the first thing is about spiritual awakening. Always do your best. As awakened as you can be, you stay at that step until the next appears to you. Take your time. No haste. You have infinity for the journey. The number of lifetimes you can come back is infinite. So take your time. But more importantly, honor where you are. Honor where you are on the path. And the next step is just before you. See it. Have a blessed day, everyone. Have a blessed Sunday, wherever you are. My hand is always outstretched to you. I'm your friend on the path. Have a blessed day. Namaskar.